Hi, my name is Thomas Trevathon. I'm the pastry chef at the Paris Hotel, Las Vegas. I was trained in Sydney, Australia. I did a 4-year apprenticeship as an apprentice pastry chef. I worked in a small French bakery where we made the croissant and Danish fresh every single morning. And basically from there I went to school 1 day a week with a world champion MOF pastry chef where I was trained in the art of pastries. My favorite ingredients, vanilla. I love vanilla in a lot of ingredients. I love very strong fruit purees, raspberry, mango, passion fruit with a simple vanilla bavaroise. I love using fresh seasonal fruits, what's in season at the time, with a nice vanilla ice cream or a warm component with a cold component, which is an ice cream or a pudding. And very traditional desserts is what I love to use. Base my cooking off. So with good ingredients, you have a good product in the end. So today I'm going to cook a warm banana pudding with a cinnamon ice cream, with a caramel sauce, with a vanilla bean creme anglaise. A warm chocolate cake with a molten lava center, with seasonal fresh berries and vanilla ice cream.
Welcome to Chef Live. My name is Jordan and I'm here with Luciano and Thomas.
Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Hey, Jordan.
Today we are going to make sugar-free molten chocolate cake and a banana pudding.
Okay, so let's get started on the banana pudding. We have overripe bananas. The sugar content is a little bit higher in there, but for me the flavor is most important. So there's a lot of flavor in the overripe bananas. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to beat the bananas and the sugar together. So I'll put both of these in the mixer with the sugar. And this is a traditional banana cake, but we bake it in a water bath in the oven so it stays nice and moist. We're going to make a nice dry caramel sauce with butter to put over the top and a nice vanilla ice cream to go with it. So I'll start this one up here.
You want me to start with the chocolate cake here at the same time?
Please. So that's the sugar-free chocolate you got there, Luciano.
Okay, so I got my chocolate here that has been melted, right?
Melted in microwave, melt the butter in. Now feel the temperature of the butter. Jordan, tell me if it's cold or warm or...
The butter's lukewarm,
Yeah,
room temperature.
Yeah.
Whoa, very nice.
It mixes into the... Don't use butter straight from the fridge, otherwise it's all going to clump up.
So I'll just mix this in with the chocolate first.
Mix it well. And I'm adding the rest of the dry ingredients to the recipe now, which is the flour, cinnamon, baking powder, oil, and milk. So it's a really, really very rich banana pudding. How you doing over there?
Perfect.
I'm doing good. I think I got two smaller balls, so I'm moving it
Next
over.
is the eggs.
Next is the eggs.
Yep.
Now, is there something in with the eggs?
There's egg yolks and whole eggs.
Okay.
3 and 3. Here's a banana pudding recipe.
And the sugar, am I correct?
Sugar-free.
That's sugar-free.
Sugar substitute.
Yes.
Maltitol. So, why are we doing a sugar-free today?
Sugar-free for diabetes, right?
Yep. I have type 1 diabetes and...
I have type 2 diabetes.
Really? Well, it's really important to make sure that we eat food with no sugar in it so our blood sugar doesn't go high. So this is a great dessert for everyone with diabetes.
You still get to have
So
a
get to
sweet
have
treat.
some sugar because I know I have a really big sweet tooth.
See the consistency of it?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! So
So
just by beating it, you got that puree-looking consistency.
Yeah. What we did, we whipped the sugar with the bananas, which made it really liquid, and that'll be a nice form which we'll bake in the oven at a low temperature, around 280 degrees Fahrenheit, in a water bath, so it maintains the temperature is nice and low, and it cooks slowly. So it's a very beautiful dessert with the vanilla ice cream on the top. Is tempting. Even
so
sugar-free
good.
is tempting.
Yeah.
Jordan, would you like to cut the strawberries and fresh berries?
Yeah.
So, put my pudding here. Very simple, very fast. That's exactly the texture that you're looking for in your puddings. Again, with the bananas overripe, there's a lot more flavor in the bananas like that. That's very good. Just cut them up into nice little cubes. Do you want me to show you
Like
something?
that?
Yeah, you can cut straight down.
Okay.
There you go. That's for the seasonal berry compote, which we're going to put a whipping cream on the top.
Oh my gosh.
Again, it's a simple dessert. You have a nice molten chocolate cake, which is it's comfort food and refreshing seasonal berries and whipping creams.
So how's it looking, Thomas?
It's looking perfect. So what I'll do is I'll pipe that into a piping bag.
Should I cut these two?
Absolutely.
Beg your pardon, John?
Should I cut these berries too?
Oh yeah, just in quarters.
Okay.
What do you think of the texture, Chef?
It's nice and smooth. It looks great. I could eat it right now. It needs to.
Well, the eggs are pasteurized, so go for it.
Ah.
It's sugar-free. We have the forms for the molten chocolate cake.
So we put it in a mold, and
Yep.
then
This is a ring mold, but you could use that if you're cooking it at home, like a
ramekin?
cupcake dish, a ramekin, yeah, and you could
Okay.
eat it straight from the ramekin.
okay,
What we're going to do with this mix now is freeze it.
okay.
Once it's rock solid frozen, then you bake it at the baking time for 11 minutes at 360 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So you just cook the outside just enough to take the ring off, and then when you cut the center is molten. And
It will
comes out.
just no
It's
no
very
no.
simple, but as long as it's made correctly,
I know
it
very
turns out
well
nice.
what you're talking about. So I'll put this in the freezer for you.
Please, thank you
Okay.
so much.
And where should I put the berries?
Oh, you have this bowl right over here, Jordan.
That's perfect.
You make your sauce now, Jordan, too?
Yep.
Okay, so this is on a very low flame here. When you put the raspberry puree into the saucepan here,
Okay.
and you have the gelatin on the other side, which is already bloomed in ice water,
Okay.
and that's ready to go. So you make a raspberry sauce with your seasonal berries, which will accompany the
Put the
sauce in the
pan.
Chef, can you help me here again?
Absolutely, and then just dig these out with your finger.
Okay, so this is the banana pudding mix.
So these plastic pastry bags are pretty nifty.
Oh yeah, disposable. Hygienic, you use them once, then you discard them. The old-fashioned way, you need to wash it out and they start to smell after a little bit, so
I know,
it's not
nasty.
sanitary. Disposable is the way to go.
And I should just place
Yes.
right in there.
So we have our puddings now,
Yes.
which they'll go straight into the oven. In a water bath, we need to change this out to an aluminium tray. We'll put a water bath underneath. We'll bake it at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and they'll be beautiful. When they just start to pop up,
How long do they bake for?
about 20 to 25 minutes.
25
Yeah.
minutes.
And if you check the temperature inside, or you do the old-fashioned way, if it's stuck, the banana on the inside, it just needs a little bit longer. So, but basically, once these puddings jump up and get nice and golden brown, then they're done.
Sure. Great. So we
Okay.
then put this in the oven,
We'll bake those in the oven.
and we got our sauce working, and we got our chocolate cake freezing.
Sugar-free chocolate.
Sugar-free chocolate cake freezing.
cakes,
So if anybody has missed any of the steps of today's recipe, please make sure you go to cheflife.com and just check on us as often as you can and as often as you want.
Yeah, I specialized in pastry and bread baking. So anything to do with croissant and Danish, plated desserts, large banquet events for plated desserts, all areas of the pastry, chocolate, sugar, ice creams, confectioners, plated desserts, and all areas of the bake shop really. I went for a culinary career when I was 16. I wanted to be a chef, and there was an opportunity at the small French patisserie on my corner street where I grew up, right in front of the beach, and I was just intrigued of how the croissant and Danish was baked every morning, proved and baked, and it came out smelling so fresh and so nice, and I got stuck into the kitchen, and I love pastries and baking, and I fell in love with it. I love working on the floor with croissant and Danish and all those sorts of sweet yeast doughs and things like that you'll see in a bakery. So that's how I got started.
Welcome back to Chef Life. We're making our sugar-free molten cake and banana pudding.
And you have your sugar-free raspberry sauce here,
Yep,
which looks very nice.
cooling down.
How are your berries?
They're all chopped up and quartered.
go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Waiting
So
for the
where's
sauce.
your molten chocolate cake?
It's in the oven right now.
And that's got 5 minutes on the clock there, and it'll be ready to go.
Okay, perfect.
Also, the banana pudding is in the oven too.
Okay.
What we're gonna make next is the dry caramel.
Okay.
Okay, so and fan of the pan. Very, very hot.
The
How's it
stove is
feel?
on? Oh my god, don't put your hand in there.
No, it's not that hot. I just turned it on so we can put a little bit more power there.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna make a dry caramel, deglaze it with the butter and the cream, and a little bit of vanilla bean. Vanilla is always my favorite. Do you want to peel the vanilla bean?
Oh, I'll try.
Cristiano will show you.
Okay.
So you cut it in half, lengthwise.
Like this?
Like that.
Oh gosh, okay.
Careful. Just hold on to one hand.
I'm gonna start
Like
with the
that.
cream over here.
Okay.
And then you kind of open it up a little bit.
I
Okay.
don't think I opened it.
Then okay.
And then after you open it,
You
you
just
Scrape the
hold
beans.
on to that, then you scrape like that, and then you scrape.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
And those are the vanilla beans.
Okay.
That's the seeds of the vanilla. So what
So
we're
I
doing
should just
there-
put that in here?
Yep.
Okay.
You can drop the whole thing in there.
This whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking for flavor, right? Yeah. Flavor from vanilla. Some of my favorite things. So tell me a little bit about the diabetes and what
Well,
you're working on at the moment.
I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes about 2.5 years ago,
Okay.
and it is a very big aspect in my life, and I do whatever I can to help out with everyone with type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is juvenile diabetes, and it's basically just genetic. It's not based on what you eat or anything like that. And with type 1, with any diabetes, you have to watch what you eat, and that's why we're working on those sugar-free desserts today. And I am a youth ambassador for JDRF, which is the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, and it's been really cool because I went to Washington, D.C. about a year ago, and we went to the senators and asked them to fund research to find a cure for diabetes. So that has been a really good experience.
That's fantastic. I've noticed a lot in the industry, especially in the large hotels and on the strip, a big demand for sugar-free desserts, and I've really had to go back to the drawing boards and redesign the recipes with a sugar substitute and make trials of the simplest recipes, your sponges and creams, and you know what we've come up with is very close to the original product, which is sugar-free.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's definitely in high demand now. About 1 in every 400 kids get type 1 diabetes.
Wow.
So it's growing. So it's going to be in higher demand in the future.
Really?
So yeah. Well, that's hot.
So what did you do there?
it's a deglaze in the pan now with the butter and the cream.
So the sugar was blonde in
Caramelized.
color.
Yeah, it was a nice amber color. With the caramel, it's very, very tricky because if you cook it too much, it's bitter. You undercook it, it doesn't have a nice caramel flavor, so it's right on the edge. This here is fine here. It's the glaze in the pan like that. So that's going to be a nice caramel sauce, which is going to go over the top of our banana pudding.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the
We have a minute left.
Okay, have a look at it. Tell me what you think. Oh no, close it up. It's going to take about another, maybe a minute and a half.
Okay.
Yep. So what I'll do with this sauce, I'll just leave it over here at the back.
And it's okay if you let it cool for a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So why don't you mix your seasonal berry sauce?
Okay.
So
Or
you
should I
have
just
your
pour that in
raspberry-
here?
Yep. Don't pull like half of it in there.
Okay.
Just out.
Like that?
Yep. Then fold the berries nicely with your spatula,
Okay.
so they're all nicely coated.
You're doing great, Jordan. You're a natural.
Well, you're a professional, so.
That too.
Okay.
There you go. That's fine. That's your seasonal berries for your plate.
Okay.
So when did you find out that you had type 1 diabetes?
About 2.5 years ago, I was diagnosed, and it was a complete surprise because usually type 1 diabetes is genetic, but no one in my family has type 1 diabetes, so I didn't know what to do or what to expect. But I've definitely learned throughout the years what to do and how to deal with it and what to eat. And it's really great working with these sugar-free desserts. So I can finally eat some dessert, which is, I have a big sweet tooth.
Take care of your sweet tooth.
Yeah, I have a really big sweet tooth, so this definitely helps.
We got some nice sugar-free desserts today.
Yeah.
I'm also new to the diabetes family, so I've been learning quite a lot. And just like Thomas here, I included a lot of diabetes-friendly dishes in the menu. A lot of whole wheat pastas as opposed to refined flours, and sugar-free here and sugar-free there. And,
Yeah.
but it's been a challenge, absolutely.
Yeah. It's a challenge, but we manage.
But we will.
We manage. We learn how to deal with it. Exactly.
Absolutely. And on that note, I think we are ready for another break, right?
Yeah.
And while Thomas is whipping his cream there and the chocolate cake is about to come out, we'll take another break and we will be right back. And don't forget, if you missed any of the steps, come back and check us out on cheflive.com.
At the moment, I'm employed at the Paris Hotel as pastry chef, Las Vegas. We have food and beverage outlets which have croissant and Danish every morning, so including the large banquet events, which we can do up to 5,000 to 7,000 people a day in the large banquet events. And we have the buffet, the village buffet, which is a large buffet which we do almost 3,000 covers a day. In the Paris Hotel, we also, the pastry side goes to the Bally's Hotel too, so we do the both properties. We make our chocolates and confectioners there in the chocolate room, VIP turndowns, all product we make in-house. All our cakes and mousses and sponges we make in-house. We have a large baking system and mixing system there, which is very streamlined with the employees that come in and scale up and do their weighing, do their mixing, and then to the baking process. There's a lot going on. There's always a lot of surprise pop-up, birthday cakes, wedding cakes, 7-star player needs this. So that's the beauty of working in Las Vegas. There's always a surprise, there's always a VIP event outside, and we have a very high rotation of all the product which comes into the shop, maybe a 3-day shelf life. Berries, they come fresh every day. The lactose products is fresh every day, so, and we go through quite a lot of it. Inventory is key.
Welcome back to Chef Live. We just took the sugar-free molten chocolate cakes out of the oven, and we took our caramel sauce for the banana pudding off of the stove.
Which is all ready to go.
And we're just taking the cake out of the...
So this is the most tricky part. It's supposed to come off perfect. Let's slide it out like this onto the plate. I'm going to finish the plate. Excuse me. So this is just some red cocoa butter.
And what does that do?
It's just cocoa butter. It's an extract from the cacao bean. Just give some color to the plate. It's
So there's just a garnish, like a little artistic.
Yeah, because it's a clear plate, just to give something a little bit artistic to it. Flavor component doesn't give anything to the plate.
So just to make it look pretty.
Exactly.
Everyone likes a pretty dish.
And we do the gold.
Look at that. Gold
That's
dust.
pretty.
Okay, so we have your seasonal berries here, which I'll put on the right hand side. Very simple, very refreshing. The berries are cut nice, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is our molten chocolate cake. Just to be safety, I'll put it on with the ring, but you don't need to.
So the nice thing about using a ring and then putting the aluminum foil, you can take the aluminum foil away and then you just scrape the sides.
Yep, and that's done. Now we have chocolate plaquette, something very simple, and whipping cream. So we have warm chocolate cake with whipping cream. Very simple presentation.
It's pretty.
Seasonal berries, soft chocolate cake. I bet you're dying to bite into it, right?
I am just looking at that. I'm so excited.
Okay, Jordan, now we have the banana pudding, which has come fresh from the oven. We've turned it over, so you have a nice warm banana pudding. This is some yellow cocoa butter I like to use just to kind of dress up the plate. It's only for aesthetics, nothing more than that. So here's the caramel sauce you made. Would you like to pour it over the top?
Okay.
Just pour it straight onto the very top.
Uh-oh.
There you
Did I
go.
do it?
That's enough. That's perfect. A little bit of cinnamon on the plate.
Oh, it's pretty.
This is a crunchy brownie snap twirl I made before. It's very fast to do. It's just powdered sugar and powdered sugar and butter. So is the cinnamon, vanilla, star anise. It's only for aesthetic looks. Okay, now the ice cream for the top.
Sorry.
Thank you. No problem. It's with the cinnamon ice cream, which we made earlier.
Do all your ice cream from now on, just like that.
Yeah,
can
I'm
make
gonna
it
have
all
to
at
make
home
all of my
yourself.
ice cream now.
And I have one more brownie snap
That looks
for
so
the top
pretty.
too. So
Oh my goodness.
there you have your warm banana pudding, sugar-free, with cinnamon ice cream and a caramel glaze which you made yourself. So
My mouth is watering. It smells
it's,
so good.
It's a nice dessert. It's very comforting food at the end of your meal. I think.
So, John, I think we need to check here if the center is molten.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
How is it? Oh wow! Look
Oh
at
my
that.
God.
Good job, Jordan. Good job. Look at that.
I have to take a bite.
Okay.
have to
Absolutely.
take a
Me
bite.
too.
Oh my God.
Molten
I don't
chocolate
want to
cake.
ruin it. It's so pretty.
Me too. What am I, chop liver?
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Very simple whipping cream with seasonal berries.
Delicious, Thomas.
It's a comfort dessert.
And it's still sugar free too,
I
so
That's the
learned
best
something
one.
today, so
it tastes the same.
beautiful.
This is Luciano and this is Thomas. I'm Jordan, and thank you for watching Chef Live.
See ya. See you.
One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have